guys. So it's like nearly nighttime here. What time is it? It's like 8:30, so I thought I'd actually go and do a nighttime video. Kind of like on sleep. Wait, let me sort this out. Okay. Yes, I thought I'd do a video on sleep. I don't really have a direct agenda on what I want to speak about, but more so, like, I have bad sleep, and there's a few things that I do that sort of help me try and make sure I'm going to be energized and awake for the next day for work. So I thought I'd share like the few things that I do and see if anybody else has similar things that they do, a similar routine, or if they have other recommendations. Then I am all ears, because it's something that is so important to me. Like good sleep is paramount to actually having a successful, productive day. And when you have bad sleep, it's just one of the worst things in the world, because you just start to fixate on how bad your sleep is, then you think about how you're thinking about how bad your sleep is, and then you just get even worse sleep, and then you hate the fact that you just thought about how bad your sleep was and that it gave you bad sleep. If that made sense. I know that was kind of a bit weird. But yeah, so like, it's just one of those things which is a really irritating issue to have, and it's like one of those situations where you have to try all these different variables and see if it helps you or not, because so many things affect the quality of sleep that you have, from how much water you've drank, if you're hydrated enough, if you've had the right foods, if you've had sugar and your insulin levels spike at the wrong time, if you have deep sleep, if you're following REM, like deep sleep cycles, stuff like that. So there's so many different things that affect sleep, so it's hard to fix if there's a problem. Just to give you like a background on my sleep and the symptoms that I have, what I struggle with, and it might help you identify with what I'm using and if it could help you if you're in a similar situation. I get really bad sleep, so I get nightmares, I get like sleep trauma, like I don't know how to even I probably should look into it a little bit more, but I get like sleep paralysis and like panic attacks and stuff. Sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's not. I normally get sleep paralysis like a few times a year. If you don't know what that is, it's basically where as you're sleeping, you're kind of half awake, and you can't move your body. So it's like you're stuck and you're telling your limbs to move and you just can't, you're just stuck there. It's one of the scariest things I think I've ever encountered. So sleep paralysis, and then that normally induces like a panic attack, which is where your chest is tight and you can't breathe. So normally if I've had like a bad sleep, or if I'm in the middle of like a nightmare, I'll wake up, either normally wake up and I'll just feel really anxious and tense, and I'll have to like get out of bed and walk around, or I just like lie there and I'm frozen in like sleep paralysis. So if that happens, normally when I'm frozen, I realize that it's sleep paralysis and I can't move, and I'm in this weird state where I'm not awake but I'm not asleep. That's normally when panic attacks happen, where you just can't breathe and you kind of panic. That's the worst thing to do. The best thing that you can do in that situation is to try and remain calm. It's easy to sort of say, let me just adjust this. It's easy to say like, stay calm, but when it's happening in the moment, you don't really think of anything, especially because you're half asleep. All you think about is like panic. You just panic and that's it. So if you guys have ever had, that was really intense. I don't know why I went that deep into that story. But if any of you guys have had sleep paralysis or are having like panic attacks or anxiety in your sleep, maybe some of the things that I do could help you out. So a few things that I have with me right now. I have tea. So I have two teas here. This is such like a cliche. Is this going to show you? Yes, I think so. This is such like a cliche thing to suggest, like have tea before bed. But I have two types of tea. I mentioned this in my productivity video that might go out before this one or afterwards, I'm not too sure. But yes, I have two types of tea that I drink. I'm a bit obsessed with tea. Like I have like 4 other types, but they're not part of my routine. I would buy tea for every time of the day if I could. But I've got the first one, which is lemon and ginger. This is more sort of invigorating. I like to have this in the morning, normally straight after I've meditated. Like I'll have a shower, I'll meditate, and then I'll make my breakfast and make some tea, because I don't really like coffee that much. I have a coffee machine, but I don't know what it is. I'm really particular about my coffee. I like bulletproof coffee. I really like the taste, but it's basically black coffee with butter inside. Google it if you don't know what it is. I really like the taste of bulletproof coffee, but I don't know how, because I get carried away with the butter. I just like the taste of butter. Yeah, I actually just like butter, not coffee. That was stupid. Just had that realization. Yeah, so I drink tea, lemon and ginger during the day, and then I have this detox tea normally after lunch or dinner, and then I'll have a chamomile just before bed. Normally fresh chamomile. You can go and buy the actual little chamomile flowers. They're like mini daisies. I'll normally infuse fresh chamomile before bed or have another lemon and ginger. But tea, the reason that it's worked for me is normally because I associate it with bedtime. So I try and have a fixed bedtime ritual, so that my body knows that bedtime is coming soon. So I'll try and have a low wind down. It's hard to stick to it sometimes. Like if you stay in like a boyfriend, girlfriend's house, it's harder to stick to your nighttime routine because you don't have like everything set up like how you want it to be. But when I do it well, when I do it properly, it will be get rid of electronics, get rid of any lights in front of me, no technology, sort of turn off everything plugged in just to sort of create like a cleaner environment. I'll put on my glasses if I'm still looking at like a laptop or phone screen. So these are like blue light blocking glasses. Fancy. So I'll put these on if I'm looking at like my laptop or my phone like a few hours before bed, and I'll use them throughout the day just for looking at the screen because I get headaches, so that kind of helps with that. And then another thing I do is I do incense. So I light, this is my favourite one, Neg Shampoo with the weird dude on the front. But he looks happy, and incense makes me happy too, so I guess it's working out. Yeah, so I light an incense stick. I do it twice a day, so normally once when I meditate in the morning and once before bed. I basically use incense as a cue so that my body is like, this is time for you to relax. So I'll do it when I'm meditating to try and, I've got a really busy mind, so I try to relax my mind by associating incense with meditation. And then I'll light it just before bedtime, like 10-15 minutes before, so that my body knows it's like time to wind down, focus on like the smells, not external, like whatever else is happening. And then another thing I do is I have essential oils. So I'll try, like I love baths, but my hot water in my place, like the bath is okay, but like sometimes the hot water goes like through 2/3 of my bath and I have to use a kettle, so it's not the most pleasant experience to run the bath. And I've run out of candles. So optimal, like get candles, have essential oils. What you do with this, I don't know if anybody else does this, but this is how my mum taught me to do it. You basically get like a mug, like a normal mug, and then you put a few drops of essential oils into milk. I think, I don't know the reason for that. I think it's to maybe like mix it, or I'm not too sure, because essential oils are strong, so you can only put them directly into your bath, like into the hot water. Or my mum just used to use milk, and then we'd put a few drops into the mug of milk. My favourites are, so I've got lavender, myrrh and eucalyptus here. So I'd usually use myrrh and eucalyptus together in my bath. And then for lavender, I will put it on my pillow before bedtime in my duvet. Lavender's really good to sort of wind down and relax. So I'll literally just, my bed's over there. So I'll literally put a few drops and I'll just kind of like put it across the pillows. You only need a few drops because it's so strong and it's obviously not diluted. This is pure. So I'll put a few drops on my pillow and it sort of makes me relax. It's good to relax before bedtime, and then whilst I sleep, it basically keeps me a little bit calmer. So they're like the natural things that I use before bed. I don't drink like loads of water just before bed because then I know that I'll probably wake up in the middle of the night needing to pee, and I won't eat certain foods because I know it'll just irritate, like all my energy will go into like digestion, not into like repairing. So I normally have dinner at like 7:30, and then I've got like 3-4 hours of just wind down, drink some tea, have a glass of water, have a bath, light some incense, relax, put my lavender oils out. And then the last thing is this. So I've only been using these for a few days. Eman actually recommended it to me. He was like, mate, you need some ZM6? I swear it was ZMX. I think I've been saying it wrong the whole time. Anyway, yeah, that's what it looks like. Just so you can go and, is it going to? Yeah, so that's what it looks like. So you could probably like search it up and find it yourselves. But yeah, so this stuff has actually worked really, really well. On the packet, it actually says to not use it as like a long-term solution. So I'm not sure if it could have any bad, oh, that's not good. Long-term intakes of this amount of vitamin B6 may lead to mild tingling and numbness. Discontinue use and contact a doctor. Obviously they have to put the disclosures on all of these stuff and supplements and vitamins. If you take anything in too high a dose, it's not good for your body. So always take things in moderation, know how much is good for you, don't exceed like the recommended dosage on the pack. But I'm gonna actually do some more research into this, but I know that it's basically just a food supplement with vitamins and zinc, which contributes to normal levels of testosterone. But yeah, so I think it's zinc, magnesium, mainly, vitamin B6, niacin, riboflavin, biotin, vitamin B12 and vitamin D. So it's loads of vits. You take 2 capsules. I take it half an hour before bed. And since taking this, I've not actually had one nightmare. Normally every night I'll have a nightmare and I'll just wake up exhausted. So since taking this, I've actually had pretty good sleep. It's only been 3 days, I think, taking this. So I'll probably do another like catch up review. I should really just start reviewing products and getting affiliate links. I feel like I promote so many products in the past couple of videos that I've done. But this has actually worked really well for me. If anybody has had experience using this or there's anything good or bad that they want to point out, then just feel free to comment in the section below. But yes, this has actually been like a game changer for me. Like it has made a big difference, but I'm thinking maybe if it's the vitamins in this and this is bad to take long term, then I might look in ways that I can up certain food types to actually get these levels throughout the day in a natural way instead of taking the capsules if it's bad. I'll do some research. But yeah, that's worked really well for me. I've not had bad sleep from that. I tend to get really exhausted during the day all the time anyway, so I think that's a deeper issue that I need to try and sort out. It could be maybe like adrenal glands, like fatigue syndrome, I don't know. But I'm gonna go get that checked out because I get really tired and like exhausted super easily. So this has really helped with my sleep quality. Another thing, I've actually ordered an Aura ring, which should be coming in the next 3 weeks or so. So an Aura ring, if you've not heard of it, is basically like an advanced sleep tracker that you wear on your hand. So it's a ring. And that basically, you have an app with it. It's really, really cool. It has like a really cool interface on the app where you can track your deep sleep, your temperature, everything like throughout the night, throughout the day, if you wear it when you work out, etc. So it's kind of like a Fitbit or like a smart Apple tracker thing, but it's just in a much smaller piece of gear. So it's just easier to wear. It's easier to just integrate into your lifestyle. So I'll probably do a video on that when I get it, to talk about if that's worked or helped me out with my sleep and being able to maybe suss what is affecting my sleep in terms of the types of foods, etc. As a few last pointers as to what you can do to help yourself with sleep that aren't the products that I've mentioned already. Most importantly, be in a really dark room that's at a normal temperature for yourself, like a cool temperature. For me, like light just disturbs me. It won't let you fall into a deep sleep. I need to be in a pitch black, completely quiet room. Recently there's my camera just died. Sorry about that. So what I was saying is, so things that can help you sleep better. So what I have had recently, which is really annoying, I've had like a carbon monoxide detector which is beeping, and I emailed my like property manager about it, and apparently they need to just get changed. But did you hear that? It beeps every 45 seconds. Last time I checked, it was every 45 seconds, and I can't make it shut up. So if anybody knows how to make them stop, please help me. I've Googled, I've watched YouTube tutorials, but I'm scared of doing it wrong and like setting off the alarm or like electrocuting myself on like the live wires beneath it. So I've just left it because I can't do anything about it, and they said they'd fix it. But anyway, my point in that was have somewhere that's quiet, try and reduce and eliminate any external noises that you have. The only noise that you should have, if anything, is if you use like white noise or music to sleep with. I know I used to, when I started getting my like nightmares, and it actually happened at a certain time in a certain place that I was living in the house. Like I swear there was something weird about the energy in that house. I'm not like an overly spiritual person, but like I believe in stuff like that, and the house that I stayed in had a really weird aura and energy to it. Even my friend who came with me to help me move out all my stuff when I finally moved out of the place, she was like, this place makes me have chills, like it's creepy. And that was actually the place where I started getting nightmares. So yeah, that kind of creeped me out. So from there I actually had to like call a friend before bed to like speak to them to like feel like safer, or I'd have to listen to music to sleep to. So because I was living with a flatmate, I had earphones, I had to sleep with earphones, and I'd play like piano music or like rain sounds or something, just because I was so scared that silence would like freak me out and my mind would go crazy. So I had to sleep like against a wall and put like pillows around me and try to cocoon myself. But yeah, so like sleep's always been like an issue. There it is again. Sleep's always been like an issue for me, and it's just so annoying. Like I wish there was a quick fix, but like from what I found so far, these are things that kind of work well to contributing towards having a good sleep. It's incense, tea, essential oils, not looking at bright screens, having a dark, cool room to sleep in, and sort of creating a nice environment for yourself where you feel safe and relaxed and not stressed has helped the most. Even meditating before bed, or sort of having quiet time to yourself where there's no contact with anybody, like you're not messaging, you're not using WhatsApp or looking at Instagram, like you're either reading a book or you're just in your own space with yourself, relaxing. So yeah, I think those are like the main sort of pointers that I have. If anybody has any sleep fixes, please help me. I need help with it. But like from what's worked for me, those have been the main things. So hopefully it helps you guys. If anybody else has really bad sleep or like nightmares or sleep paralysis or panic attacks, like anxiety in their sleep, and they've come up with a way to try and help that in some way to combat that, then please let me know below, because it's quite frustrating and I end up needing to like sleep next to somebody all the time. So I always ask my boyfriend to stay at his, just because I feel like when I have somebody next to me, I just sleep better because I feel like safe, like there's somebody there. And it's kind of annoying when like I've got my own place and like I just want to sleep normally as a normal human being by myself sometimes, and it's just not possible. So yeah, if anybody has any recommendations or things that they do that help, please let me know below. But thank you for listening to like this rant, and I hope it helped somebody out there somewhere. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you in the next video.